Hold on, it's loading.
There we go.
And we're live.
Hey, hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. It is Sunday, January 11th at 12 noon-ish. And we are happy to say that the sneak peek went perfectly smoothly this morning. We hope that a lot of you got the pieces that you love and that you still have others that you want to put on your list. Before we show you some of the treasures, thank you. Every time we have a sneak peek, everybody on the team crosses their fingers that on the other side of all the effort that we're putting in, that you, our guys, are waiting and, you know, looking forward to celebrating this new release with us and doing what you can to support us. And every single time you guys come through. And I have to say, as a small business in this time, this current era, every single time we do something, it's a fingers crossed situation. And every single time you guys have come through. So this is a really big thank you from our team here in Canada and our team in India for all that you do to show your support for our vision of a community where we are allowed to wear clothes that give us a voice, where we are allowed to support financially the things that are meaningful to us, where we support women, where we go out of our way to try to create opportunities for donations, create opportunities for people to do the good that they want to do, and still have time for self-care that looks like draping yourself in silk and feeling beautiful. So I really had to start today with the greatest big thank you to you, all of our customers and fans, to our team here in Canada who work tirelessly behind the scenes, to Alex and Shafali and Rachel and Mira and Kim and Hema. Who are, it's hard to believe that such a small team makes such big things happen. And to our team in India, who, as you probably saw recently, thanked Anshul for being their team leader in India, because that's the kind of love they have. And that's the kind of love we have here too. We are a great big family who aspires to big things. And you guys have let us do those big things. And unlike a lot of companies, our big thing that we aspire to is not money. The big thing we aspire to is doing good and raising people up. And thank you for letting us have that dream. It means everything. It really, really, really does. Okay, now we have fun. We have fun, everybody.
Sappy stuff is over.
Sappy stuff is over. Now we just have fun, play with silks, and enjoy just a moment's respite from all the stuff that's going on out there, and just take a minute to appreciate color and artisanship and community and quality production. So that, and by that I mean Shafali behind the screen with a camera and
Extremely high quality
production, guys. So I wanted to share with you what I'm wearing. Like Corey said when we did our live on Friday, as soon as you bring a new color into your wardrobe, it just breathes life into the existing colors you had. So this is a piece that I got for Nisha's wedding. I wore it with so Nisha's my eldest daughter. So I got this for her wedding 2.5 years ago, and I got it with a matching midi length kaftan. And I loved it. And then this is a piece I got about a year ago. You may recognize that I wore it when we were in Halifax a lot. And when I was in Halifax, I wore it with Isola, which is kind of this color, but a little bit more green. And I wore it with Para, which is like this color, and loved it. And now I'm wearing it with my Tarocco pants that just came in. So you can see how there are so many ways to mix and match your colors and breathe new life into them. And that's something we really love about our brand. The idea that each piece has so many colors to draw from, that there's so many iterations for that exact same piece of clothing, that it always feels new and it always feels exciting. And that's something maybe we don't get a lot of in other clothes. Shafali and I have visited some stores recently, and you know, we loved the things we saw in the stores, you know, but it really felt like it didn't feel exciting. It felt very good.
Well, it felt like, I think the biggest difference for me was, not to interrupt you, Priya, like,
no, I'm glad that you're helping me with this.
I do feel like, and I pick some pieces for you, just if you wanted to try them on.
Yeah.
I honestly felt like they were clothes that fit the look of how to look good for sure, almost in a formulaic way.
Very formulaic.
And I think that the difference with our brand is that it's more about having fun, and like having fun in a very like almost childlike, whimsical way, because it forces you to like say to yourself, I'm only able to understand these clothes if I can see them in a creative way, the way that I saw things probably creatively as a child.
And I think
a lot of people, oh, I love those two together.
Yeah. Who'd have thunk? You'd have thunk. That's who'd have thunk.
I did think, you know, I do be thinking. So, you know, I think that that is the real difference. Like, it's not that the clothes in these stores weren't ugly or anything.
No, they were actually, they were stylish clothes, but I couldn't help but thinking, wouldn't it be nice if there were a couple of pops of silk in here so that you could take this really classic, tried and true look, but add something fresh and exciting. But yeah, I think again, I'm sure you guys have experienced this as well, because I am preaching to the choir. You forget that other stores don't have this level of color and excitement and at this level of creativity that you can apply to the clothing, as opposed to the creativity being just putting it on, that you get to have that inner child moment. So yeah, thank you guys all for seeing that and for valuing it as much as we do, because we think life should be fun and exciting, and getting dressed should be fun and exciting. And I think Shefali really hit the nail on the head when she said the clothes that we saw in some of these stores were clothes that were exactly the right clothes to make you fit in exactly the right way that would make you be acceptable to the people who are looking only at that.
And make you like fashionable in the truest sense of like how it's defined. But I think that fashion, even historically, has not just been about like a formula. It's been about community. And that's the biggest problem with fashion these days, is that it has nothing to do with community. The only way that I see community in these stores is the women that these stores bring out.
Yes, and the women are lovely. And that's why I think show them more, give them that voice. So we met a lovely young lady at Access Storage yesterday, and we were telling her about the brand. And she was really wowed by how everything that we do is about creating community in Hamilton, creating community amongst our ladies, creating community with our team here and within India. And that is just such a big part of who we are and what we do. And I was explaining to her that our clothes aren't just about getting a woman dressed. They are about allowing a woman in very small baby steps to develop a voice that is louder and more individual than she's ever had the opportunity to do, because she's been forced to shop at clothing spaces that are very, very regimented in what is acceptable and what isn't. And so as people delve into our brand and as they start to become more creative, like the first time they wear this piece, they'd be like, I could only wear this with black. And I'm speaking for myself even. The first time I saw this piece, if I had seen this 5 years ago, I would have been, yeah, you wear it with black and that's all you wear it with. And now the thought of wearing it with a bright color on the bottom and maybe taking up a little bit more visual space, that's something I just take for granted now, that I am allowed to do that. And we think that our customers taking those small little baby steps towards taking up more visual space is encouraging our customers and our community really to have a voice. And I'm going to say it now more than ever, we need to make sure we have voices. So if your first step towards having a voice is expressing yourself through your clothing and taking creative risks with your clothing because you know what you love in how you look, it's going to give you the strength to take that next step and maybe take a stand when somebody tries to steal your parking spot and you say, no, this is not okay.
You will see these yellow pants.
Karma is, you'll see my yellow pants and you'll know I mean business. And then also walk away, because who needs a fight? But take up the space, say the thing. So here we go. Trying on top number 2.
What I've learned from this conversation is to say things out loud.
Say things out loud.
So there's a couple of comments. So I'm just going to read that really quickly. I also really wanted to show off this piece because it's very light. It's unlike a lot of pieces that we usually release.
It's actually pale gray. It reads as white, but it's a pale gray.
Yeah. So Deborah says, happy release day. Everyone got too many great things. Sure, I'm going to love them. Christine says, happy release day. Rhonda says, howdy y'all. Happy release day. And Leonardo says, hi, you are the best. Thank you, Leonardo. And Christina says, yay for dopamine dressing. And Claire says, morning, ladies.
Yes, dopamine dressing for sure.
For sure. None of that cortisol dressing. No. Okay, cortisol dressing. Amy says, morning, happy release day. Corey says, got my top picks and then some.
Yay.
Says, happy sneak peek, everyone. And then she says, I failed, but I believe it's because Corey got one of her pieces. And then Heather says, I like this business. I love these people. Heather. And Heather said, I bought black today.
Ooh, that's okay. Black is important.
Gorgeous.
Oh, which one was it? The one with the gold circles?
The tunic top?
The caftan, and it's black with some of the patching, and it's a bit like it's almost like an embroidered.
Can they hear when she talks?
No.
Come close.
Here, I can.
I don't think. Wait.
Bring it. So what she was saying is that it was beautiful. That was Mira. And that it had some fleur-de-lis on it. So she's going to show us which black piece that was.
Oh, it is that piece.
Small flowers.
Let me see. Oh
It's
my
this piece.
gosh.
This
Everybody,
piece.
Heather, you got the piece you wanted.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. It is so soft and beautiful. You are going to be agog when you see it. Agog.
The details are blue.
They kind of read as blue, don't they?
It's like a navy on top of a black, so it pokes out like
Yeah.
a shadow.
It's really beautiful. So this piece was released or talked about in our last sneak peek, but then actually never made it in the shipment.
Yeah.
So everybody was asking about it. And we're like, oh, wait, it's not here. So yeah, there were a number of people waiting on that one. I'm glad you got it, Heather.
And Corey says, for me, Koi, Demoiselle, and Tarocco have been game changers in my closet.
Absolutely.
Carol says, I'm happy that it went to someone who really wanted it. It disappeared from my car. Honestly, happy it will be well loved. And I think that's how we all feel when we
I
don't
think
get
so
pieces,
too.
right?
Yeah. I mean, we can't all have everything, but I'm always happy when somebody who I know is going to love it gets it. Yeah. Yeah. So happy to hear it.
The reason we all know each other is because of this business.
Yeah, that's true.
And Corey said, Jane says, hi, happy release day. I was able to get my top picks. Jane
Yay.
said, yes. And Corey said, yay, Jane. And Amy says, happy everyone got what they wanted today. And Andrea says, hi is, I will figure that out for you, Andrea. Don't you worry. Jane says, I'm hoping my Casbahs are there. Thanks, Corey. Glad for you too. Heather says, I desperately wanted it. Black and navy are all my dark dreams. And Jane says, that's so true. And then I'll figure that out for you, Jane. Or sorry, Andrea.
So the Casbah pants that were ordered in the first round of ordering are here. And I believe that the orders have been pulled, and some of you have graciously allowed us to keep some of your pants until Friday so we can show all the colors during the sneak peek. But was it Jane who said she hoped her pants were here?
I think so.
So I'm going to say the answer is yes. If you ordered in the first round of ordering, then your pants are here. Because if there were any pants missing, by now Alex would have said to me, Priya, there are pants missing.
I'm just going to get a piece for Andrea.
I love what you're wearing. You have to show everything.
Thank you.
So I think what Shefali wanted me to show you here is that this piece, which is purple and kind of like a lupine, dark purple, and an ochre, almost an ochre brown, works really well with this piece, which is a tealy blue, like a dark teal. And this piece I'm wearing here is a side slit top, and this is a shrug. Actually, I was going through our swap and sell group. You should join it if you're not a part of it yet. Look at the cute outfits.
Okay, guys. So this piece,
I got to pull down this for you. Oh,
yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure out, because I just put a skirt up underneath.
Oh, it's holding.
It's holding it up. Yeah. So this is the old sculptural tunic dress, and I'm actually wearing it back to front. So this is kind of what the back looks like.
So the back
here
is scoopier than it would.
Yeah. And that's kind of also why I'm having a few adjustment issues, because it has a tank top and a skirt.
Yeah.
So it's holding it down. But this is one of our old cotton ball skirts that we got that are ethically made in Nepal. So I'm just wearing that together like this. I had seen an old picture of me wearing
it. It looks so sweet.
And then I forgot that I did this one.
Those skirts almost look like petticoats. And people have been asking if we're going to be getting them again. And the answer is, if we can, we will.
Yes.
We do love these skirts.
They're very high in demand, especially when we get them in the summer.
Yeah. Because they're comfortable.
Again. Yeah.
Yeah. And easy to care for. So, so what I was saying is that this is purple, and this is actually teal and a sand color and a little bit of green, but they work really well together. And what I have as a matchy person, my first instinct would have been, I can only wear colors that are in this exact piece here. And what I have come to understand is that if I were the creator, if I were the creator of this sari, would I have added teal? And yeah, the answer is yes. I think I would have added teal. I think it would have looked great. So if you feel that way, that, maybe if the designer had added teal, it would not have been a mistake. To me, that makes me think, so my judgment is probably okay, that they just didn't think of it. And I did. So I will add the teal that they forgot to add, and then maybe add something in here in this area to tie these colors into this piece here, and then tie it into the bottom so that you get a full outfit effect. And this might be something that you can use with the clothes that are already in your wardrobe, where you're like, oh, I really love this beautiful top, but I don't know what I would wear with it. And instead of thinking that you're limited to wearing blue or gray or this pink that leans towards magenta, you might consider pairing it with orange, green. I'm thinking even green.
I was also thinking this shrug would look really good with the other side slit top that I had paired it with. Sweet together.
Right? Because they're flowers. Who's to say that there wouldn't have been more green in the leaves?
Who's to say that there isn't grass by the flowers?
That's right. And so you can make these connections. You can say, it doesn't have it in it, but I think it could have been, and then use your jewelry to tie the whole look together. And just a reminder, we have ordered some fabulous Ziska pieces. Our October order should be arriving soon, and then we have already placed our spring order. So that should be arriving at some point as well.
Yeah.
Shefali, somebody wanted to see this top?
Yes, it was Andrea, and then Jane wanted to see this one.
Got it.
Okay.
Ooh. Is there a place for me to put ones that I've already tried on? Can I pull them? Guys, I'm going to put the ones that I've already shown.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Yeah, that's acceptable. Yeah, no problem.
Honestly, this is one of my favorite days, is sneak peek days. Because we're all here in the team and we're all just kind of busy working away. And we all, as we're pulling the pieces, go, oh, it's so beautiful. So it's really positive. It's a very positive feeling. What else was I going to say? Oh, speaking of Sundays, we have decided that we are not going to keep our storefront open on Sundays from now until the move, which should be happening in April, just because we're going to need in-store hours to kind of get things done on the back end. So I'll be making posts about it, and I'll be changing the hours on Google and on our website. But if you were planning to visit us, don't visit us on a Sunday. Or if all you can do is visit us on a Sunday, get in touch with us in advance, and we'll try to make arrangements for somebody to just pop in and be there for you. But yeah, I know that was the only way we could organize packing up.
Mm-hmm.
So Sundays in the future, closed. And also, when we move to our new location, we're thinking of switching our hours from 12 to 7, from 11 to 6. So just a heads up. And still, we have not signed the final paperwork. So continue to pray for us as we pray for ourselves, that everything just works out. Because if you watched the stories yesterday, I've already started shopping. Because I'm trying to get all of the pieces that we use for fixtures from Facebook Marketplace. That just fits in with our whole vision of trying to upcycle and recycle and see the beauty in things of the past. So that means when I see something, I have to go grab it very, very quickly. And now we have a storage locker.
Marketplace is quite the sport.
Yes. Marketplace is a sport. So yeah. So fingers crossed, everybody. This is going to be fine. We're fine. We're not taking a huge risk.
It's these
great.
Trying times. And for that long tunic with side ties with the flowers, Andrew was actually wondering, is that background color thyme?
So it's not. This is a much more icy blue, but I do have time here so I can show it to you.
I think you would. Oh, yeah.
So
just need bright shoes.
Yeah, that's what I think too. So when you pair it with thyme, the thyme ends up looking more like a gray. And there are some gray tones in here. But if what you were hoping is that this background color was thyme, the answer is no. This is much more of an icy blue, and thyme is more of a eucalyptus, almost like a grade teal.
Hopefully that helps. And then Jane wanted to see the next long tunic with side ties.
Oh, love her.
So maybe talk about the colors.
So beautiful. So this one is a shibori dye. The silk is unbelievably soft. She is butter. What we have as the background colors, so this red is kind of the dye over top of it, and I would say it is a raspberry red, slightly pinkish undertones, but that also might just be because the color fades a little bit into the white. The background colors are a Kelly green, a sky blue, and a teal. And because the colors all kind of blend into each other, it's hard to say that it's exclusively teal or exclusively sky blue. It's a little bit of everything. So that's what the colors look like. Oh, wait, right there. That's quite accurate. Right. That looks accurate to me. Yeah, right there. So you do see a lot of the green. Looks great with the Tarocco. I think it would also work with Demoiselle.
I think even Roselia.
Yeah. And guys, is there another L rack up here? Is there another L rack anywhere? Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Kim. No, the way you dragged it.
Kim's the best. Kim is truly the best. Okay, so here, this is how it looks with Demoiselle. So now I can move all the pants onto here and my life will be so much easier.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Yeah. And then this. Okay. Controversial pairing. Koi. I wouldn't say it. I think I like it with the blue, but I'm not a super big fan of that together. Demoiselle was what Shefali said.
Or no.
Oh, no. Didn't
Roselia.
Ruselia is what Shefali said.
Is the name of this color.
So the red is Ruselia.
I think it's a nice way to do Christmas colors without it being overly.
Yeah, it is. It feels like Christmas in a tropical island, but not in a bad way. And again, I think if you add a layer on top of this, like a jacket or something, you would add that third color that would take it out of the realm of Christmas.
So basically just a fun time.
Yeah, it's a fun time. Very soft, though.
This next piece, the short caftan with slits, is for Judy. Ooh. She asks, what Casbahs would you pair this with? She actually said, what Casbahs would you partner this with?
Ooh, partners. So, okay, first I will tell everybody that this is a very soft Georgette, and it almost looks like the pattern is stitched on because of the visual texture, but it does not have an actual texture. The colors in it are pink, probably like a beige sandy color, a blue, a dark indigo blue veering towards purple, and a little bit of magenta. Lots of different shades of blue in there. And what color would I pair it with? Well, let's see. This is thyme. I'm going to say I don't hate it. I also don't love it. Because there is some thyme in here, right there, but I'm going to say not my first choice.
I think it dulls the piece a little.
Yeah. So this is verbena. I have a feeling, yeah, verbena's stunning with it. It really brings out those purples and the magentas and makes the blue pop.
So this is my personal opinion. Take this how you will. I think that a piece like this needs a more tonal color. And I think, Judy, because you have lupine, it will look really nice with lupine because it's such a shadow.
Yes, it would be great with
in
lupine.
contrast, is brighter. So people will focus on the pants more than the top. And even with Tarocco, like if Tarocco was more slightly, like it's slightly more muted. So it actually works a lot
does
better.
work. It works really well with Tarocco.
So what you're looking for is something that is a mid-tone. I think that if you have Orta would be really nice, even though the color is not in there. And did you try Demoiselle with it? That's really sweet, actually.
I think I did try it. It was the first one I did. I'll try again. Maybe I didn't. 'Tis possible.
Or Lyrebird.
No, actually, I started with thyme. There's Demoiselle.
I think that Demoiselle is nice with it. It's more of it is brighter, but it is more mid-tone.
So there is Demoiselle in here. That's more of a cobalt, but then right in here you have the Demoiselle. I think it's one of those chameleon pieces that depending on what you pair it with, it's going to take on different colors. And I think what you would want to do is whatever pant color you use, bring it up to the top using either a jacket or a necklace or earrings.
Oh, because she said, thanks, Shefali. I was debating because of the pink. Are you talking about like pink pants? Like, do you have did you order Gala or Rosa or?
So we do have the pink from last year, which was rose, and it would go with
would go with rose. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really pretty.
It is really pretty. It would look nice with a pair of jeans too.
It would be great with jeans
because it's got that, wash effect. All right, Rhonda, I'm on it.
Okay, so now this is another one that you picked, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is extraordinarily soft. It is a side slit top. The colors, oh, love the border.
Right?
Yeah, that border's stunning. So this border is applique on. The background of the border is kind of like an olive green. There's some darker leaf green in there, and beige, and then a dusty rose kind of closer to a wine. And then that has been appliqued onto, it's actually different shades of blue. I wouldn't say that that's teal. And then there's navy in there, and also these rosy wine colors through here. A little bit of green on the sleeve allows you to bring those colors in if you want. I feel like this would be a great basic to take on vacation because it's got lots of colors in it. And because it's a crepe silk, it's not see-through. So as you go to warmer countries, your fabric will breathe, it'll be moisture wicking, temperature regulating, and you just don't need to wear all that much underneath it. So this is a really great piece. Good pick, Shefali.
Yo.
Okay, here we have a fun piece.
So this one is for Rhonda.
Ooh,
she was
Rhonda.
wondering if you could show it on.
So Rhonda, I read your message about the kinds of colors you like. I think if I understood correctly, you like it when the colors appear as a block of color, and then you can kind of mix the blocks of color. And I feel like this would be that because visually, even though it's black and red, it reads as a single color. Right?
Yeah.
So if I had to layer this, Shefali, what would you layer it with?
Like layer your set that you have together, like this.
So if I wanted to use, like, see how it looks so great with the green too?
Yeah.
So I think if I wanted to add a third piece over top to just kind of really like bring the whole thing together in a wild and fun way.
So honestly, with pieces like this, I prefer longer styles. You could do the high-low for sure. I think that one would go really well because it has the green on top. I would also do like a duster style. Let me see if I can find one that would match. It might not match with your pants, but it'll match with the silk.
So I think these two are good together, but you can see definitely see the difference in scale of the pattern. Not sure if I'm loving that. I feel like I can see what you're saying, Rhonda, when you're trying to do these kind of color blockings. This has a little too much going on.
Okay, this is what I'll say. Is that in this case, I would not do green pants. I would take the owl, put the owl underneath.
Not the red?
Yeah. You need something to tie in that brown because otherwise the brown is all you see.
That row of brown there,
yeah,
right?
It's cool. And I think, okay, in this case, this really neutralizes a lot of the intense color that you're playing around with. So it still looks stylized.
It does look very stylized. And this color looks great with this.
And you can still wear the other shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a duster I picked out. I don't know if it'll go exactly with Tarocco, but I thought it would go really nice with the piece you have, and then you can figure out what pants.
Let's have some fun and give it a try. Oh, I took off both, guys. Did you hear that?
They can't hear it.
They can't hear it.
I'm so sorry.
It makes a lovely silky swishing sound.
Who wants to neutralize the color? Well, you don't have to, right? It's an option. I think that if you want to make it bright and poppy, you definitely can. There's no rules, right?
Well, I think the way that I read what Shefali was saying is there are going to be times where you want to be bright and poppy. Like, let's say you're going on a work trip and you know you're going to have downtime where you want to go and have fun and be bright and poppy, but you also know that you need to participate in some sort of a panel. And so you want something that looks a little bit less bright and poppy. And so you could take the same piece and wear it in two different ways, depending on the occasion.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters, right? But I do think that if you're looking, and I find that especially for Priya, I know that it's really hard for her to sometimes map out a look if it doesn't have things that tie into each other.
Yeah, I really do need that.
And that's all about like putting together these different things, right? Even like, for example, we've taken a lot of inspiration with this new store with looking at the designer Miles Red. Yeah. And, he does what a lot of Indian designers and architectural designers do. They have this mix of patterns and fabrics and colors
and eras.
And it's so well put together because he kind of knows what the focus colors should be and what colors should kind of feed into what it is you want to focus on.
So if you want to look him up, his name is Miles Redd, Redd. I discovered him about 10 years ago. And I think he was at the forefront of the maximalist movement. But what I liked about his version of maximalism, it wasn't that he just had a lot of stuff. He just had he had several well-chosen, bold pieces together in the same room. Which is, I feel like what we're doing when we dress in Sorry Not Sorry. We have some very intentional statement pieces that we layer together so that it still looks fresh and beautiful. But it's everything you wear is very intentional and statement-y.
So controversial to my own disagreement. I hate these two.
Do you?
Yes. Only because I can't really figure out what pants should go with it, but I do like these two fabrics together.
Yeah, I like these two together.
And that, okay, but I'm looking at your Tarocco in this top. Try this vest.
Okay.
Humor.
Can leave this on.
No.
No, take this off. Yeah. Take this off, guys. Thank you.
There you go.
Oh, whoa. Did you get that one too?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we could power a city with that.
Guys, we don't need electricity for our next store.
So this is all painted on. I'm glad she probably pulled it. It's right there. So you can see it has blue and reds painted on to the fabric. It's probably stamped on.
I think it's stamped. It might be a block print.
But probably a block print.
Really cool fabric. Like a very unusual sari. And it has been dyed after because you can tell from this dye pattern.
Oh yeah,
right. It's not a shibori dye, but it is one of those Jaipur like bleached dye saris. Yeah,
so pretty.
So pretty.
So, what if you wear it as a classic vest?
Oh, as a classic vest.
Yeah. Wear it as a classic vest.
Oh, this is very close to Tarocco.
Yeah. So, the reason that I'm suggesting you wear it as a vest because I feel like for Priya specifically, you would want, that side. You would want to elongate the torso a bit more. And I know that Priya likes that look.
I do like an elongated
So this is, for me personally, a really well put together look. And then you just need like a yellow necklace, honestly.
Mm-hmm. No, but we will soon.
Yeah.
We will have a lovely yellow necklace soon. Cute. Nice to be able to show this piece.
So I think this is a cool layering set.
Yeah. Tarocco, like when I first look at it, my first thought isn't that is green, because it feels like such a teal. But you can really see how with red, for example, it really looks green.
It's like a Christmas green.
Is it Christmas green? Maybe it is a light Christmas green.
I think actually there was a room that we looked at when we were taking inspo for the new store that was exactly these colors from Miles Redd. It was like this Tarocco green with pops of red, and then there was like white.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that exact color, right? Thank you, Rhonda. And Judy has Demoiselle Verbena and Lupine. Good to remember.
Okay.
And Carol, I think, had said for when we put the owl with the other pieces, Shefali, that really made a difference.
I really thought so too, actually. I was more likely, the safe version of me would have really enjoyed wearing, because I love the pieces, both of them, but I felt like adding that kind of warmer brown on the bottom made me feel safer in terms of not taking that huge leap, but still being interesting enough to be different from the ordinary.
Yeah. And then you can pull a Lorena, because I know she commented inclusivity above, because when we were talking about community. And then as you get more comfortable, you can pull a full Lorena and just go crazy.
And be unlimited. That's how when I think of Lorena, I think of somebody who is unlimited by the perceptions of others and has such a strong sense of who she is that she's fearless. And why aren't we all like that? Like it's almost scary. I read this quote. I've been reading it to everybody. Should I actually pull it and read it? Because I kind of feel like everybody needs to hear this
Yes,
quote.
you can do that. And I'll make some.
Do you know where I put my phone?
Oh, friends. That is a question
Not on that
you
table.
can answer.
No. Okay, I'm going to quickly go find my phone.
So Carol said, or you don't want to be picked to participate in a group thing. Honestly, I think regardless if you're wearing Sorry Not Sorry, you're going to be picked to participate in a group thing.
Have you guys seen it?
Guaranteed all the ladies can hear is you and I, but I'm talking about something and all Priya's going is, have you seen my phone?
Has anybody seen my phone? Don't make me have to paraphrase, guys. I will get it wrong.
Rana said, for my part, I'm mostly a bright winter with white hair and pale skin. So jewel tones are fab. Yes, that's true. Jewel tones look fabulous.
Guys, I'm going to paraphrase and I'm not going to do it well. But the idea is that people will get aggressive and assertive and judgmental of you when you show them the life they chose not to live, because you have actually proven that that life is a viable option, which means they now are forced to see that they missed out.
I'm getting that firsthand.
Yes. So that is why, if you're out there and you're being Lorena and you are showing your absolute true self, it is going to make other people uncomfortable because they're asking themselves, hey, why aren't I able to do that? Well, and the answer is you are. And then the question is, why am I not doing that? Then you have to face your demons. So
that's too much.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I love this together, Shefali, and I love a good digital floral print.
Thank you.
Especially when it has the jewels in it. There. Peacock? Did you guys know there was a peacock in this?
That's why I showed it. I didn't even know there was a peacock.
I didn't even know there was a peacock in there. Is there one on the other side? Ooh,
this is for Carol. Scusi. Prego, madam.
So for those of you who don't know, this is a midi length.
Pringles, please.
This is a midi length caftan. And it does not have slits in it. But what we usually say is if you want to create some ruching here, you can either use a chain magnet, you can use our regular button magnets, or you can use that hack that we've shown you where you get we do them, right? The magic circle hacks.
Yep.
Do you mind grabbing a magic circle? Go. And I will tell you about it. So if you buy a midi length caftan, automatically on your order, we add a magic circle. For those of you who don't know, a magic circle is a fun name that Shefali came up with for my daughter's little baby bangles from when they were little. They're just tiny little metal circles, like hoops. And then we get elastics and put them on there. So we're upcycling my daughter's bangles. And we use that to create a little bit of ruching. So if you wanted to create a little bit more texture, a little bit more interest, what I usually say is lines that thank you so much. They look like this. And if you ever want some, just send us a note because we're happy to send them your way.
So do I have to pay for that?
No, these are free. These are free. Guys, we are just recycling and sending them your way. So this is a little baby bangle for like a 3-year-old. And what we do is I usually take it and line it up with my belly button-ish, which is here. Then I grab the bangle. Then I grab it from in here, from the inside, and then put this elastic around it. And the elastic is made out of nylon. So it's not going to hurt the fabric. And it just creates a little bit of ruching and dimension. Some of our ladies also put it right here in the center.
Is this short caft?
This is oh my gosh, I said it was a midi, but it's a short. Guys, it's a short.
I feel like it's too long for a short caftan.
It's short though.
It says short caftan on the
it has slits.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is that it seems too long for a short caftan and it has slits. So I'm assuming it's a midi caftan?
It's short. It is. It is because the midis come below my knees.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all good. So even so, you could do this. Now I know some people take these and also put them right
here. Yeah.
Right there.
In between the bosom.
Maybe just a little bit lower than the bosom.
Than the booble region?
Than the booble zone.
So Carol says, I feel like there needs to be a song about the magic circle, so we got to make one right now.
Yeah, we do have to make
magic circle.
We have like a little magic circle theme song. So there, I've just added one there. Now, it's cute. This is a really patterned fabric, so you're not seeing it as much as you normally would.
I love that though.
Yeah.
It's very, very subtle. I feel like this is a great way to show that the magic circles, it's not as obvious when you have something more patterned.
Yes. And you can have more than one. Like I've seen very expensive Parisian couture that basically has the look of magic circles put in several places.
Couch.
Like a couch. It has tufting. And you can create your own tufting with magic circles and decide
to be a tufted couch if you so choose.
In the most beautiful silken and ethereal way
possible. Yeah. Ethereal way. Is that what you said?
Ethereal.
Oh, ethereal. Okay.
And then I'm going to show you with my
Ziska
bead.
So guys, the Ziska beads have been found.
I did find my Ziska beads, guys, and you guys were right. They were in a purse. So there you go. So this is my Ziska bead. It is the yellow one, I think, from last season. And we get the ones with the small holes. Mind you, for this next shipment that I've ordered, not the one that's going to arrive now, but the spring one, I have ordered both size holes. So we'll have to start separating them by sizes. But these are the ones with the smaller holes. And you can take one corner, pull it through, and again, create some asymmetry that way. Shefali likes to call these tails. You can have a tail.
Bunny tail. I used to say that when we had the front tie tops, and
Yes.
we would wear them back to front.
I would always wear those back.
And then I would say to customers, it's like a little bunny tail.
And it's a cute little bunny tail.
Magic circles and the baby bangles. That's what Carol said to sing. You get 3 peacocks in
So
one.
many peacocks.
5 peacocks in one.
Now this is stunning. Who are we showing this for?
So this is for Carol. She says, if there's time, can you show? Of course there's time. Teals and blues, and show with navy and with black, question mark. I can't quite get the color of this top.
So the reason you can't get the color is because it has teal and navy and black and green.
So this is a yes and.
This is a yes and situation. So she wanted to see it with black. So I'm wearing black on top. That's what it looks like with black. For navy, we don't have any navy pants. So I'd have to go, oh, this is black. Or no, there's no navy here, right?
It's just black.
Let me go. Guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to have to go get it, right?
Okay. Yeah. I can
entertain. I can't get it. We're blocked off from them.
Here, I can show the piece while. I guess my pant. I guess this is it's like a light. It's a deep sky blue. It's not a navy.
Okay, this is a navy.
From a distance, and I think on camera it looks a lot more green, and it does have like a green tone, but it will pull more blue if you pair it with blue.
So here it is with a navy.
Yeah.
And it definitely works with the navy as well as the black. And then in terms of teal, it is many, many shades of teal. I always feel like if you go with a darker teal, you can't go wrong. Sometimes if you go with a brighter teal, your bottom side will, like the bottom part will pop more. So that's a mid-tone navy. It looks purple, but it's navy. There. Beautiful soft silk, tiny, tiny print. Kind of gorgeous. And really soft. Like you can see it when it moves. Beautiful. That one's just fun to touch. Ooh, love this. I think I love this even when we did it during the live.
Yeah.
So the background colors are reds, rusts, and pinks. This color in here is almost like a burnt orange. And then we have different shades of gray that lean towards blue. This would be spectacular with denim.
But I also really like it with the Tarocco.
Yeah, it'd be great with the Tarocco. Let's try our rich lady hack for funsies.
Dame Judy. Oh, Dame.
So that really pulls this color, which is black and cardboard, to the front.
Dame, don't you look darling?
How do you feel, darling? We have to get that necklaces to match our pants because it is the finishing touch. Am I wearing one, but not the right one?
I think it works though. If you're a lady who doesn't like the long necklaces, for example, I find that Gail doesn't really wear a lot of the long ones. She likes the shorter ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it really depends on neckline and what she's going for. So that is also a possibility as well.
So let's see if we can use our little magic circle here. So here's my magic circle. Here. I'm going to put it right there.
So you have the two on top of each other.
Yes, I've layered, I've overlapped the front of my cardigan. I think I needed to overlap it just a bit more. But as a first attempt,
that's actually quite nice.
It is cute. So it's kind of similar to the Jackie hack where you tie it up here.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if there's anything else I could do with it.
I mean, imagine if you did two like this.
Yeah, then it would look like buttons.
Yeah.
Now, what if I did this? What if I took this side, put it up here?
Oh, I love it.
And instead of using
a magnet,
so I probably want to put it, because I want maximum drape. So I'm going to put it there. You guys get to see all my chins as I figure this out. Every chin I own.
That's sweet. I like it. Yeah, and then that just needs like a tuckaroony.
Yeah, a little tuck.
Cute. Love it. Oh, adjust your necklace a little. No, adjust it so it's center. It was kind of off center. Yeah, there.
That's cute, right? It's another way of playing up your style. And again, it's with that free magic circle, because we are all about helping you find ways to add creativity and excitement to your clothing. So you're not getting bored of things. They're actually just like having more pieces of Lego. What can't you do with more Lego?
Agreed. Roberta Hancock says, I just missed what you said about the beads to make the tails. Do you sell those?
So we do. Those are called Ziska beads. And we do have a number of them in stock. If you go to our website, and they are in their own category, but if you want to pull them up, type in the word Ziska, Ziska. They are a brand out of Thailand that is ethically made. The brand was created by a woman named Ziska, who
Her last name was Ziska. Yeah.
No, her first name is Ziska.
Her first name is Ziska?
Without the Z.
Oh.
And she started working with villagers to create these resin products. And so she has since retired, but the business continues. And it is an ethical business that fairly pays wages to these workers in Thailand. So yeah, we're really proud to be carrying it. We started with their beads, and I'll show you again how the beads look. And then since then, I have become enamored with their jewelry. So what I'm wearing here is a Ziska necklace, and we've ordered a ton of other necklaces for the spring. We really enjoyed carrying the Susie Blue necklaces. We still love them, and we check their collection every year. And we really liked their wooden jewelry because it's biodegradable, and we like the texture of the wood against the silk. And we just haven't been seeing any colors that we love at the moment, but you may be seeing those back with us. It's not that we don't love them. We're waiting for their next collection.
So Carol said she bought it, and Bethany asked, are you wearing the Betty tank, Priya?
I am wearing the Betty tank. I wear pretty much the Betty tank to every live. This one is, I believe I'm a medium in the Betty tank, which is unusual because I normally would go for a large or extra large. But I find that if you get the medium, even if it's a tiny bit tight, will fit. But I would say when you're ordering your Betty tank, have a look at the sizing on the website, because what's the most important is your bust size. And what they are is there's a built-in shelf bra, which, we've seen a million times. What I really like about this shelf bra is that the little pads that are in here, they don't float out of the shelf. So you know how sometimes you wash a piece and then you've got to find where that little triangle is gone and then put the triangle back in place, or sometimes it's fallen right out. You got to find the little slit, put it in, and then get it to center and hope that it isn't wrinkled or anything. I have never had a problem with these. So they are slight, like there is something in here. It feels like foam, but it's sewn into place so it's not going to go astray. And that way you're not going to be putting on a show or pointing at anyone inadvertently. And yeah, you're not going to Polly's doing this behind the scenes.
Doing air trafficking for planes or anything.
That's right. There are no headlights. And it's super comfortable. You do get lift, and they're really stretchy. And the other thing I like about them is they're bamboo. Mm-hmm. So they're breathable. A lot of times when you find these tops, they're cotton, which is maybe a little thick, or they're nylon, which is not breathable. So cannot say enough about the Betty tank. I think it's essential for every wardrobe. And I have the first one, I still wear the first one I got. And so it's probably been 2 years.
Yeah.
They go into every single wash.
And they're not made anymore by...
we got their last, so they stopped making them. And then they started making them. And then they said it was only limited because they had lost their supplier. So we bought out a whole bunch of them because we thought we may never see these again. And then they said they may have found a new supplier. So I don't want to say that you can never get them again, but you can definitely get the ones we have in stock. And after that, we don't know.
Who knows?
But it's by a company called Terrera. It's a Canadian bamboo brand that ethically made in China. What else do you need to know about Terrera? They used to be called...
Wasn't it like Walk the Earth?
No, something like that. Terre era means earth era. Like that's what the two words they combined, the French word for earth. I think it was called Leave Nothing Behind. It used to be called Leave Nothing Behind, with the idea that they were eco-friendly and were trying not to have a footprint.
Oh, maybe that's what you
Yes.
you used to say it in that word.
Yes.
Because I always used to think like it was something about like footprints on the earth or something.
Yeah, but they talk about footprints on the earth, but it was really about leaving nothing behind.
Yeah. Oh, shit. So, Priya, how do you think, like, how is something classified as like ethically or sustainably made? Because we make that claim.
We do. And we are going to be certified with that claim very soon. So you sent me something this morning from Coach. Do you remember that you sent
The
it to me?
tannery bag?
Yeah. So there's a lot of greenwashing going on out there. Shafali sent me a post this morning from Coach, which, we all know.
It wasn't Coach. It was a guy I follow.
Yes, but he was discussing Coach. And he is somebody who
he is a tanner, like
he creates things out of leather. He works leather.
Yeah, so he basically had a series that started a while back. It got pretty viral, where he would pull apart luxury bags that were like supposed to be like high quality leather to kind of showcase like how plasticized the leather is, the actual like quality of the leather, what grade it is, what range it is, what kind of animal is it. And also like the fixtures of the bag to kind of help you as a consumer. Yeah. The hardware to help you as a consumer basically understand how much value you're getting out of a bag. Is it using real metal? Is it just using like a filled metal or a what's it called when something is like coated? Plated metal. So he had this video.
Can I share it? Can I share it? Yeah. So he had this video. I was so excited to share it. So he had a video where he was talking about Coach bags. And he said that he was a real fan of Coach bags because they are made so well and have consistently been made so well over time that he loves them. But then he was saying that they've come out with this new product, which is called, what was it called? Like their label for it, it's Coach something. So it's kind of like one of their lines. And their claim to fame with this line is that it's eco-friendly.
Coachtopia.
Coachtopia. So what he did is he took apart the bags and he said, so what you're seeing here is basically polyurethane. And then on
like
the back of the
like a really bad PU.
Yeah, like a really bad cheap for the environment polyurethane. But the way that they said that it was green or sustainable is they had cut those, those tiny little floofy textured suede things that you see on the inside of really good leather. They had sliced those off of leather bags and literally glued them with glue onto the inside of this polyurethane. So from the inside, it felt like leather, but it was actually just little bits of leather that were glued on to polyurethane. And what he said is, they did this under the guise or in the name of being sustainable, but actually it's a less sustainable bag because the quality is not as good. It's not going to last as long. It has a lot of plastics in the glue and in this polyurethane that they have as the main part of the bag. And what he said was it would be so much better if you just stick with the regular leather bags, because even though there is more pollution, it's also going to last you for 10 to 15 years. Which gets me back to Shafali's question, which is, how are companies sustainable? How are we sustainable? So we think for us, ethical and sustainable. Ethical means that we don't take advantage of our employees, that we see them as human beings that are an equal part in the process of creating things, and that they are not just they're just not cogs in the machine. They are artisans who are giving up their time, and we pay them so that they can support their families. And we pay them a living wage. Now, the Indian living wage is, of course, different than a Canadian or an American living wage, but it's what they need to survive and live a good life in India. And that's why we don't have a lot of turnover with our tailors and the people who work with us, because we pay them really well. So for us, that's ethical. Ethical also means that we try to maintain our integrity. We will answer your questions as honestly as we possibly can. We want to be transparent. So ask away. And if we, through your questions, see that we're not doing something right, we're going to do it better. We are sustainable in that we use exclusively pre-loved pure silk saris. So these are things that were sold once and that have entered the resale market. And then we have rescued those from the resale market and turned them into clothing that is size inclusive, age inclusive, so that as your body changes and as maybe your style changes a little bit, you can still wear these clothes. Shafali can pull off the same fabrics and looks, and Mira can, that I can, just by changing up the styling. So you're not required, like those Coach bags that are such good quality, they're expensive, but they're going to last you a really long time. And that's where the value comes in and more sustainability. We also use our scraps to create other things. We have pillowcases that we make. We have scrunchies. We also sell bags of, I don't have one here, but bags of remnants so that you can use them for your arts and crafts projects. Another thing we do is that we try to negate our carbon footprint through both donations that you make and donations that we match as a company to keep our carbon footprint neutral. We also create products that don't need dry cleaning. So these are saris that have stood the test of time and that at some point in their life may have been washed against a rock, because sometimes that happens in India. So you can take these, wash them in your bathroom sink and hang them up to dry, and you're not adding the chemicals of dry cleaning into your world. Have I covered all of the ways that we're ethical and sustainable?
The one thing I want to add is transparency.
Yes.
So something that this video and this guy talked about is that they're claiming like that they are using like companies like Saruka and also
Who's the other one? Oh, Good Hides.
Saruka and Good Hides are companies that actually use leather scraps from factories or, leather companies and remake them into bags. And I believe that Coach was claiming the same thing for these bags.
We'd have to look it up.
I think that's what he said in the video. So the fact that they were doing the complete opposite that is such a lack of transparency in a sustainable product. And I think
and they call that greenwashing, right? They're going for what looks good without adding the depth of the actual research and the transparency, like you said.
And transparency is a huge part of our sustainable practices. We're very honest about, what the saris have gone through, as well as the quality of them. And it's very hard to find high quality silk pieces because, these materials just aren't made with the same content of silk as they used to be.
The same caliber of silk too. So you're keeping things back out on the market as well when you buy our pieces, and you can pass them along. And that's part of the reason we have the swap and sell group as well. So if you're tired of wearing red with brown and it's time for you to wear red with teal, you can move that red with brown along to somebody else who will appreciate it. And we also have our Wabi Sabi collection, which is our collection that is slightly more flawed than we would normally like to have as our regular price collection. So we fix the flaws and we put them back out on the market and we reduce the price, which also allows for a bit of an entry level into the sustainable brand. Because one of the biggest complaints about sustainable brands is that they are overpriced. And as much as you would want to participate, you are financially not able to. And so having the swap and sell group and having the Wabi Sabi collection is our way of letting more people into this community who may not otherwise be able to do it. And we are also starting our EcoCert certification. EcoCert is an organization out of Europe that certifies companies as being on the path to sustainability and helps them set goals that are specific for their company with targets to meet. So we've started that process. We got a grant. Thank you. Thank you to, I think it was the Canadian government who gave us that grant to get
through Boundless Accelerator, right?
Through Boundless Accelerator.
Yeah.
Well, it was actually through EcoCert, through another organization. I can't remember. But yeah, we got a grant and we're starting that, and the whole team will be involved in it. So what we can do right from creating our products to our shipping to how we use electricity in the store, like every single part of our business. And this is unlike B Corp certification. So we did look into both B Corp and EcoSale. And the problem that people have told us with B Corp certification is that all you need to do is provide the documents. And if you can check off a bunch of boxes, you can get B Corp certification. Whereas eco certification is a journey, and they place you on a stage in your journey. And the goal is that you continue to grow and be mindful, and that you need to demonstrate on a regular basis, which I think makes a lot more sense than just rubber stamping someone. Because as we know, everything is a learning journey and we're always trying to strive to be better. So that was a lot of talking you set me up for there, Shefali. You can ask me any more good questions. But I like that you asked me, because these are things that I know that I don't share that often. So it's really nice for me to be reminded to share these things.
Did you hear that?
No, what happened?
Yeah. Popped my hip and it went crack.
Oh.
And I said, immediately scared.
Oh.
So what are you drinking, Mira? You have to say it there.
Oh, you have to say it here. What are you drinking, Mira?
From Fibs Cafe. Thank you, Fibs Cafe, for fueling us with Sorry Not Sorry stuff.
So here is another Taj Mahal piece. The background colors are taupes with green undertones. We get more and more into the green over here and a little bit of blue as well. There is no yellow in this portion, but there are some yellowy undertones in here, and they're like literally chartreuse. Oh, I was going to show you. Shoshana on the Swap and Sell group was talking about a traveling shrug that she got from Carrie, I think, through Swap and Sell. And she had worn it. Remember how I was saying I knew there was a way to wear the shrug? Well, maybe this is what she did. Yeah. And then she put her arm through here. So she wore it like that over top of another piece. And it looked the Margot really hack? Pretty. So I think it is the Margot hack. I thought maybe I had done it wrong, but no, I had done it right when I did it on live the other day. So she wore it like this over top of something else. These greens really are a neutral as well, aren't they? Look at me saying every color is a neutral. Yellow's a neutral, red's a neutral. Now Tarocco is also a neutral.
I think it's the tones that Bryn Walker creates.
Yeah,
they're really neutralizing tones. So even though they're colorful, they're these in-between colors that tend to work with a lot of pieces.
Yeah.
Yes, I will. Hey, I will get that for you, Hillary.
Do you guys remember, and I'm speaking directly to you, those of you watching, in the 80s, we used to wear jeans of every color. I had a pair of turquoise jeans that I loved. And did you know that I used to have turquoise jeans?
No, but that just reminded me that later you need to show Shafali a picture of you with short hair because she used to have short hair. I was like, you look like my mom.
Yeah, I did have a bob when I started university. I did look like Shafali when she got her driver's license picture taken. But yeah, so way back then in the 80s, we weren't afraid to wear colors down below the waist. In fact, everybody had colors down below the waist. So if you're hesitant about the Bryn Walker Casbah pants because of the color, just remember what you were like in high school. You weren't afraid then. Just remember, it's still the 80s. We're still living in the 80s, guys, but only in the best ways.
We used to wear yellow pants all the time.
Did they?
Like a pale yellow?
Yeah. Oh, actually, I did. I used to have a pale yellow. I did have pale yellow pants, pastel-y pale yellow with matching sweater, matching cotton sweater.
Wearing that
with it was a basket weave cotton sweater that I got from Le Chateau.
I'm just wondering.
I don't remember where I got the pants from. So this one is a sky blue, and what I really love about this is it has clusters of. Hope you guys can see them. So clusters of sequins, and then to hold the sequins in place, what you see there are French knots in the embroidery. And French knots are always done by hand. There is no way to do those by machine. So this is definitely a midi length caftan. And you can tell the difference because it definitely lands below my knees. So my knees are here, right there. So this is a midi length one. The midi length ones do not have slits.
So, and I forgot to mention this, Jane and Heather and Christine had said, and I was right, I had a feeling, the actual original name for Terraria was Leave Nothing But Footprints.
Leave Nothing But Footprints. Yes. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
I remember that.
How many brains does it take to have one brain? Apparently 8. Okay, so here I've taken my magic circle, and now this time you're seeing it on a fabric that is not as printed. And I just put my magic circle up here.
And it's also a Georgette.
And this is also, 'tis not a Georgette.
No, sorry, it's also a crepe.
Crepe.
Yeah. Crepe. Sorry, I said crepe in my head.
Yes. So, and what this does is it pulls a little bit together up here. I could also have put that here if I wanted. I could also do several and run down the front. So there's different ways to use these magic circles. And once I find the perfect spot for them, not gonna lie, I just leave them in my clothes. So if you need more magic circles, let us know. As long as we still have baby bangles, we will pass them along. And then we're gonna need more baby bangles. So if you have any friends with little children, little Indian children who no longer wear their bangles, we're always on the lookout for more bangles.
So Priya, I put 2 short caftans beside you.
Oh,
the first one is
love
Hillary.
that one.
She wanted to see this piece.
How did we not showcase that one?
We did.
These with all the faces?
Yeah, we definitely did during a sneak peek.
Wow.
You just forgot because we have so many faces this sneak peek.
We do have a lot of faces this sneak peek.
My favorite's the FIFA one.
Yeah, me too.
These are deconstructed faces.
Yeah.
Love it.
And then the second one is for Heather.
Okay. Which Heather?
Heather Kavanaugh.
Okay.
Jane also said that for Terrera, she has their bed sheets. They're all bamboo. I have them in my beds. Won't sleep in anything else.
I also have the Terrera bed sheets. We could order them for you guys, but you can now order directly from Terrera. There was a time where you couldn't, but you can now.
And Corey says colored jeans, colored shoes.
Yeah. Yep. So let's bring it back, ladies. Let's show our power.
And Heather said, clearly, leave nothing but footprints was too complicated to recall.
Leave nothing but I think they went by L.
They went, and that's what Christine said, L and BF. Yeah.
But Terrera is a much better name. So what you're seeing here is a mix of greens, blues, and a little bit of gray, actually. It's reading as purple, but it's gray.
This is a super cool piece, Helen.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And because it's a digital print, we have these lovely faces down here. The colors down here are, it actually looks very French. Does that look French to you? Like, she looks French.
I think a lot of it is European French, kind of like
it's because
pieces.
Sounds like it's very reminiscent of Opera House, Mom.
Yeah.
So Mira is saying it's very reminiscent of our Opera House.
Of the
one in Paris?
Yeah.
And Margaret has a pickle that she needs solved.
Okay.
All right. So Margaret has a pickle. She says, I'm having so much trouble deciding on the spring brings. I want Tarocco, but I also love Demoiselle, and Stargaze is a great jean color and alternative fabric.
I can tell you the answer to your problem.
But I can only get one pair.
Oh, okay. Well, I would say don't get the blue. They have a blue every single year. You'll be able to catch the blue next year. And what was the other one?
Tarocco. It was Tarocco and Demoiselle. That's tricky.
If you don't have Isola, get Demoiselle. It will be the one that got away. Mind you, Tarocco might also be the one that got away, but Demoiselle will match so many things.
And they don't come out with a color like that as often. They also don't come out with a color like this.
They don't come out with a color like this, but Demoiselle will probably match more pieces in your wardrobe. But it's by first name.
No, we have last names.
Then it would be R.
It would be R, yeah.
Love this. Love the colors. I would say if you could only get one and you don't have Demoiselle yet, it will not be a mistake. You will not regret it.
Isola, yeah.
Yeah, if you don't have Isola. This is slightly darker than Isola, but I think you'll reach for it a lot. Whereas this color, it's fabulous. But if I had to choose and I didn't already have like every color, I would not reach for this one. Like I'd say you're going to need to wait.
Focus on versatility. Yeah.
Focus on versatility. This looks great. And this looks great with the Tarocco too. So again, I was not sold on Tarocco when Tarocco was first introduced. I was like, that's a funny shade of green. And Shefali said, no, friends, it's beautiful. Shefali was right. And it is a color that really seems to match our silks a lot. There are colors that show up quite often, like cardboard brown and teal, and like a fire red, like a rusty red. Yes.
Silver years.
So here, this is what it looks like, and I'll try it on the other way too.
And Hillary said, stunning.
It is stunning.
And Corey says, just to let you know, Margaret, Corey says, agreed, Demoiselle is fab. Margaret said, thanks, ladies. I will probably go with Demoiselle, as blue is more versatile with all my wardrobe.
I think so.
I agree.
Yeah, if you don't already have that color, go there first. So ladies, I've decided I'm going to start adding a blog to our newsletters because as we can tell, I have so much to say. And let me tell you what I've been thinking about lately. So, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift. So something flew across my screens that was talking about Taylor Swift's engagement ring and about how it was created by this young woman who's probably Taylor Swift's age, who worked as a goldsmith for her dad during COVID, and then she really developed this strong sense of artistry in jewels, and so she became a jeweler, and now she makes one-of-a-kind engagement rings.
For how much?
For $1 bazillion. So she makes $1 bazillion rings.
Sounds about right.
But this is what interested me as the owner of Sorry Not Sorry. Right now, you can get things that are perfect. You can get flawless diamonds, and there's price tag, but you can get them. And you can get fake diamonds that are not real diamonds, but look identical. they're lab grown, and those can also be flawless. So where flawless is now perfectly attainable, what becomes of value? What becomes of value is difference. It's the oddities, it's the flaws, it's the things that make something special. So what did she choose in her diamond ring? She chose a stone that was he chose a stone that he knew she would love, which was mine cut. It was a mine cut diamond. So Indians have been using mine cut diamonds for centuries, because mine cut diamonds were the first way that they created facets on diamonds. So they weren't perfectly done in order to showcase the brilliance. They were done to the best that could be done given the technology at the time. And she went back to that old school way of doing things, which is, that handmade, not clinical perfection as created by machinery, but as perfect as man can make something, which shows that we are all human and flawed. And then for the actual, like the engraving on the outside, she could have had any machine that she wanted create something for the outside, but instead she went with a hand done decorations. They sold. Those are great pants. Hand done decorations that were engraved into the gold. And that also reminded me of very traditional Indian craftsmanship that's been going on for centuries. And I thought it was interesting that in this world of striving for perfection, that her choice to go with this diamond really does show that we have come full circle to appreciate it's not what's perfect, it's what's meaningful. And that's why our clothing is meaningful. It's not perfect, it's meaningful.
She's often wanting to do multiple events that will last 2 weeks. Like
I did know that she was doing the Indian wedding. Honestly, right? Like for the rose cut diamond.
An Ambani for sure. And she has the
So apparently the same jeweler made, no, I lied. A jeweler who also provided the Ambani ring, diamond, is now working with this woman.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Diamonds, rings, jewelry. Anyway, this is beautiful. Great choice. Oh, this is too pretty as well. So this is one of those pieces that has the doves on it. You can see some doves there, some doves there. The background color is multiple shades of a muted green. It's lighter and darker, but it's definitely a bluey green. And then here we have some ochres and some browns. And these are indigos, but I would say actually much closer to purple. And then up here we have a teal and more ochre. The fabric is extraordinarily soft. We have some pretty little birdies on that side as well. I love the purple on this. I kind of feel like this should be friends with Verbena. Wow. It can also be friends with Tarocco. It could probably also be friends with, I didn't grab one, but with Dandelion, which is that yellow that's very much like a dandelion. So yellow that's a little bit deeper in color. I can't find this, a little bit more organic looking. And let me try it on with Tarocco.
Since it's still active as one product, maybe she bought it. Okay, I'll check.
Here we go. Again, an extraordinarily soft silk. Very, very soft. And it sits like this on. So even though this is more of a true green and this is more of a kind of faded bluey green, I think the colors still work. Why don't we wear green pants all the time? Like, who'd have thunk? Who'd have thunk green pants were missing from my wardrobe? But beautiful work on this. I can't see if anybody's commented anything.
I just need a second. I'm just looking for a piece for Carrie.
Okay.
That I'm not able to find. So Carrie.
Did somebody buy it maybe already?
I see it's still available online. It's a long tunic with side ties that is kind of orangey and it has bumblebee.
Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe. Did you find it?
I will find it.
If you don't find it, let me know, because we have seen in the past that sometimes pieces get pushed into the following shipment year, like shipment date. So this one is a self-pocket dress. The arms are quite boxy, so there's lots of room for arm up there. They end at the sleeves end at about the shoulders. Whoa, sleeves end at the elbows, and the way that these are cut, they have a pocket that is folded in. Sometimes if I don't want that little pokey piece down at the bottom, I will take this part, this point, and tie it into the back of the pocket right in there. Can you show it to me? I'll have a look and see if I remember it.
It's the long tunic with side ties, I'm assuming, Carrie, because it's the only one available right now.
Can you zoom in on that?
It's
Is that gold? No, it's just bandani. Okay. So this is a great tunic style. This one is sheer, so you'd probably want to wear something underneath it. But I really like these tunic dresses for travel because you can wear shorts or like capris underneath, or a slip dress and just wear it like that. Or you can pair it with pants if you need to be a little bit more modest or if the weather gets a little cooler.
I like those together, especially with the pants in between.
Mm-hmm. And the yellow shoes.
And one of my favorite combos is pink and green.
Yes.
I love pink
Rachel's
and green.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want me to go have a look? But then you would have to come here and show these.
Yeah, it's not there. I checked like 4 times. I am just going to wait for Amira to come out and then I can look a bit more with her. So
Okay.
great.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Keep showing some pieces. Yep, I will get that for you, Rhonda.
Are you able to check and see in the back end if it says, if it's tagged good to go?
Yep.
It is.
It's got January 2026 vendor.
Does it have January 2026 as a tag as well?
Yes.
And it says good to go.
Yeah, like I think it's just been misplaced somewhere.
Okay.
Let me
This is
confirm
beautiful.
that.
So again, a digital print. We have some blacks, some really vivid oranges and yellows, fabulous pinks. The background is actually a very pale pink.
Yeah.
I think this would go well with Rose from last year. If you have any pale pink pants, it'd be lovely.
Claire said, Kriya is on a fun shoe journey. Love the yellow.
I am on a fun shoe journey, guys. I think I told you guys, I finally gave up on all the shoes I had when I was teaching that, were higher. And I thought, why shouldn't I have a closet of shoes that I enjoy wearing? So the store that I ended up going to, I'll tell you again, was Ketch Shoes in Canada, Ketch Shoes. They have brands that are all for women my age, who are keen to be comfortable. And so they have a really good return policy too. And I'll tell you, this one is the brand. I think these ones could be Vionic. Let me tell you, hold on. And they all fit my orthotics, guys. These ones are bueno. So yes, I am on a fun shoe journey. I really am. Because I've stopped trying to pretend that I'm ever going to wear those higher heels again. So, and I feel like with the silks, there's a level of artsiness that comes together with the look that allows me to wear chunky, more interesting shoes. So this is a vest. It has a little bit of gold embroidery on it. It's kind of cool. Right there, it's actually appliqué. Oh, wait. No, it's folded over. So that is the selvage end, I think is what it's called, of the sari. And that's folded over to create that seam. And then we have gray with polka dots, and we could definitely wear it this way. Is it Bobby? That's the full price. Do you want to also have it on the floor to keep it on it?
We're on the hunt.
Do you think it got put in the wrong spot?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Oh, Carrie, this is beautiful. So this is a very rich orange, and because it has red in it, it has even more intensity. What color orange would you say that is, guys? It's not saffron.
It's Sumatra orange.
Shefali says this is Sumatra orange.
Like Bath and the Body Shop used to have this like Sumatra wash that they would make into for a bath wash, a bath soap.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really defining that well. But whenever I think of the way the picture on the front of it, it was this color.
Yeah. So this looks like, is this real Bonte? Let's see.
Marigold orange also.
Yeah, deeper than a marigold. Dragon lily? Tiger lily. Tiger lily.
Yeah, it's very tiger lily.
Tiger lily. And then it has a very delicate floral in red on the inside.
Gatorade lid orange.
Yeah, it is Gatorade lid orange, slightly darker. Here.
That's the Gato. That's the find inspiration in all walks
yes,
of
and
life.
all the color around you. To me, this looks like real Bandhani because I'm not seeing any replicated pattern. So Bandhani is a tie-dyeing technique out of Gujarat, which is a province in India, where they take little sticks, poke them through the silk, and then tie string around them to create the resist, and then they dye.
Isn't that where you're?
And that is where my family's from. And oh my gosh, I watched a TV show yesterday.
Yeah.
Main character, Priya Patel. Yeah.
Did you feel seen?
I felt seen. My husband didn't even gasp. That was my maiden name, Priya Patel. You would think it would have been gasp worthy. I would have gasped if somebody used his name on a TV
Once
show.
Goat has Papa Zerb was in the way. It also is very common.
It's too common.
Priya and Patel.
Yeah, but okay. And I will say to you what I have said to everybody else. Find me an older living Priya. I'm 56.
I think they're probably going to start showing up in the 40s because I knew a Priya growing up.
Yeah,
it was not.
I was the first. You will not find a Priya older than I am. I was, me personally, in the womb, sent a message to my mom and said, I need to have an original name. Make it Priya. And then everybody else followed along. But so, yeah, now there's a Priya Patel on this show. You're going to ask me the name of it. I don't know, but it's the #1 show in Canada on Netflix right now.
Mom.
Oh, His and Hers. It's called His and Hers.
What is that about?
It's crime. It's a crime show. Murder show.
Classic.
Yeah. Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's good. Like, it's very... I do prefer me a British crime drama. Not gonna lie.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
There's something...
Watching a lot of
I also have been watching a lot of Murdoch.
I come home and Murdoch's playing.
Which one did you watch?
Somebody attempted to poison the prime minister via butter tart.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great one. That's a classic. Poisoning the prime minister via butter tart.
So Claire said, I went through my shoes last year, put on an old pair of old platform boots, thinking I could still wear them, fell over as soon as I took the first step.
Yeah.
Some shoes just need to be in the past.
They do. Sure. And, you know, I handed them forward. I paid them forward to all these lovely young ladies who work for us. So, yeah, they got to enjoy some really great shoes that I will never wear again. And now I'm really excited about my shoe closet, the shoe portion of my closet, because each one feels like a friend who loves me. As into a friend, as opposed to the friend who threatens me. I dare you to wear me.
Like a friend who loves me.
I'm not looking for validation from my shoes.
Not a friend who's ever mean to me.
No, these friends will never be mean to me. And then I actually have leather spray in my dressing room right now. And just before I put my shoes on, because of course it is winter, I reach and go, shh, shh, and then put them on, which is probably not good for your air. I know. But at least I'm spraying them. Can we just not at least say that I'm spraying them? That's something.
Goat getting secondhand fumes.
Yeah.
Shelly is so shiny.
Sully's like
Sully's suddenly waterproof as well. More waterproof than he's ever been.
So Heather had said for the polka dot vest, that's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
And Heather also said Body Shop Sumatra. I know.
Mm-hmm.
And Jane said, need to watch Cemetery Road on Apple. Emma Thompson is the star. It's
yes,
so good.
It was so good. I fully enjoyed that. Fully enjoyed it.
And Corey said, I still have my Baswegian penny loafers from high school / uni.
I have been looking back into Baswegians. I had a pair in high school, and I've been seeing them pop up on Marketplace because that is the only place I can justify shopping right now. Even though that's hypocritical because I am also not buying there. But it's kind of like then things can sneak up on me. And then because it's Marketplace, I can be like, but if I don't buy it now, I'll never get it.
It's more justifiable for your brain.
Well, Mira just got a great pair of UGG boots off.
She did.
So if you guys remember, she used to keep falling because she was wearing these boots they were rain boots, but they had no tread on them.
Where right now?
And she's wearing them right now.
It looks great.
And after the 3rd or 4th time she fell, I'm like, Mira, just take my boots and wear my boots. We'll find you a pair of boots.
I've fallen 6 times this winter. I've never fallen that many times in my life.
You want to show the boots? The culprits? These were the culprits. 0 tread.
I fell and I was crying because I fell. And my sister was like, Samir, just to like let you know, like they make toboggans out of robots. Toboggans are slippery on snow. And I said,
No.
I told my friend, I was like, oh, I don't know what's going on this winter. I just keep falling. And they're like, well, actually, it's quite mild, so it's been raining, and then it gets really cold, so then it freezes, and that's how we have so much ice. And I'm like, thank you for the explanation.
Thank you for the science lesson. I just wanted pity.
I was so confused. You just have to be like, yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy, girl. So yeah, she got some great things too.
Rhonda says get them resold.
Oh, I don't know if those ever did have souls. So they're one.
Well, I did not realize how they did. I just did not realize how much they do not have a soul.
Smooth
that is.
Yes, that actually makes sense because the rubber wore down. Okay.
Okay, Rockette.
So how they were, but then
Rockette.
But then it was just a karate kick of some sort.
Did you want to talk about our Rockette moment yesterday, Priya?
Oh, I will. I'll tell you. Okay, so yesterday we are there's a lovely store that is not going out of business. It's called Kristen's.
Yeah, Kristen's and
Ancaster. They're renovating and they're moving from traditional wood, heavy kind of, oh, this looks great with this, heavy store fixtures to something a lot more lighthearted and minimalist. And we are like, we're going for heavy and dark and moody and maximalist. So it was a good fit. So we went to pick up her stuff. She gave us a really great price. She's a lovely lady. If you are in Ancaster, I highly recommend you visit Noreen. But they are doing renovations for the next month. Anyways, so we had also said, look, if you have anything that needs to go to the dump in preparation for your renovation, just give it to us because we also have some stuff and we can take care of that for you. So one of the things she sent was a broken mannequin. So it was one of those fiberglass mannequins that are shiny white that have the parts that you have to stick in and then turn it to make it stay, and the head that pops on top. So not like our mannequins. Our mannequins are more like sewing forms. So anyways, the movers bring it into the storage locker and we're like, oh no, we didn't want that. And we're like, oh, that must be one of the ones that's getting dumped. So Shefali says, no, wait, I'll take it. I'm like, Shefali, it's broken. And then she goes, no, I'm going to just keep the base of it, like the legs, to use to paint tights. And I'm like, really? And she goes, yeah, like you can put tights on them and then you can dye the tights. And I'm like, wow, that's great. And then the guy says, do you want the stand? And she goes, yes, that'll make it even easier. And I'm like, no, because if you're going to put tights on them, you're going to have to rip a hole in the tights to get the stand in so that you can stand it upright. She's right. I don't need that. So I'm like, and do you need both legs? Because she's here holding a torso. And I'm like, do you really need both legs? She goes, they don't come apart. I'm like, they have to come apart. So I'm holding her coffee and I'm like, hold your coffee. And I go like this and I pull out one leg. We pitch the rest of the mannequin and she's walking around for the rest of the day carrying a third leg. And then it's every third leg joke. Imagine my job was to do the can, but I did better than everybody else because I have a third leg.
And every time we went somewhere, I would point with the mannequin.
Yes. And then if I had to say, well, what do you think of that? She goes, I will only look if you point with the mannequin leg. So I'd have to take the mannequin leg and point at the thing. So yeah, we had fun. It was fun. We had fun. So this is another self-pocket dress. It's a digital print. The colors it actually only has a little bit of this green in here, but again, this could be one of those situations where the artisan who designed these colors just didn't think of Tarocco. And we did. So we're adding it. But it would also work with blues. It would work with purples. It would work with creams. It would work with browns. It's got a lot of colors in it. It's very beautiful. Any comments from the ladies?
Yes. So Carol had said, oh, I love vast regions. Mine are long gone. Corey said, mine are so in great shape. I love them. Carol said, I especially love my burgundy ones with the fringe. Can't remember what the style was called. And Corey says, I had those two with the brass bar. And then Lisa says, hi all. And Lisa says, I got some brand new Doc Martens on Poshmark for $90.
Oh, that's great. I really like these resale hubs. I feel like I'm doing good things for the world and buying myself clothes.
Well, next door at Relove Boutique, they have a bunch of AS98s.
Oh, I'll have to go check that out. Speaking of which, there is a brand. Shefali, do you mind going to grab it?
Which one?
The Ashes.
Yeah, I'll go get it now.
So there is a brand that's local to Hamilton, and it's the brand name is Ashes. And I've seen some of her things. She basically takes bits of fabric and sews them together to create new things. And so I was telling Shefali that I think you guys would like some of their creations. So we're going to reach out to Ashes. If you're watching this, we're going to be reaching out to you soon to see if we can do something together. Because I really do think you guys would like her work. because it is all upcycled and because it's kind of boxy and it's very size inclusive, but it's got character and it feels like something that's one of a kind. So here is another beautiful piece. This one has pockets on both sides because it is a sculptural tunic dress. The sculptural tunic dress has slightly more narrow arms. It's a little tighter through here, so it's almost like a fit and flare or an empire waist. So it tightens a little bit here. You're going to want to check the measurements under the arm. However, we do feel that this fits up to a size 18, as does the self pocket dress. Hope that helps. This is what Shefali's wearing right now with her skirt underneath, but this is the newer version, which is more generously cut. Hers was the original version, which fit comfortably to a size 12. But we really felt like we could make it bigger, and it's always easier to make things smaller than make things bigger. Thank you. So I have not seen this in person. I bought it off of a reel. The brand here is called Ashes. And let me know if you think it would be a cool brand for us to carry.
Our very own Clark has also worked with Ashes before.
So Clark used to work for us and he also worked with Ashes. All the girls carry bags that are made by Ashes.
That were made with Lex.
What comes up in you?
Oh, do you need to put on your mic again?
No. They're just talking to me.
No, but you.
Yeah, it can hear me still.
Okay. Exactly. So yeah, this is what it looks like. You can tell that it's all fabrics that have been previously loved and interestingly put together.
That's the logo on their front.
Yeah, that's the logo right there back. Ashes. Let us know if you think that this is like an interesting look. I really love it. And I got it secondhand. But should I try it on? Yeah. Now, this will be my first time trying it on. And I kind of decided, even if it was big, I was going to love it just because I really like the artisanship of it. But yeah, we should definitely reach out to Ashes.
Lisa said it definitely fits an 18. I'm 220 with 53-inch hips, 44-inch bust, and it's not tight at all.
Perfect. Okay, let's see. Yeah, again, I really love the fact that I can feel like this is real cotton. I can tell she's picky about her fabrics. This is a linen.
I love that.
It's a fun look.
It's so cool.
Yeah, it's boxy.
And there's pockets. Do you see them?
No, where?
Up higher.
Oh, yes, there are. Cool. Those are actually pockets from a hoodie that she just inserted here and here. So guys, I don't know. What do you think? Too much fun? Not fun enough?
Lisa said, how cute is that?
Right? And it's the artisanship of it. Like, you know, you're looking for a big boxy dress? Yeah, you'll find it somewhere. You're looking for a dress where somebody has carefully gone through and picked the colors and picked the fabrics and said, when I create this, it's going to look like this. To me, that's what makes it special. It's not just having the clothes. It's knowing all of the people's hands that have touched it and the intention that has gone into it.
Jane said, yes, it's so cute.
It's so cute. Okay, so Shefali, seeing as she's your demographic, you get to reach out to her.
Yeah.
See if we can get something sorted.
Ashes is pretty cool. She has a great relationship with Lex from the Relove Boutique, who has her own brand, Lex Brown, the label, and then also Dope Chief. And Dope Chief is a great artist in the area. So
yeah, definitely.
It's a great connection.
Mm-hmm. So yes, I am a big fan of upcycled and recycled pieces. Where possible, I do lean towards getting my things from there. And I know you guys do too, because you're buying Sorry Not Sorry, which is also upcycled and allows you to have all the fun of dressing without harming the environment.
Yeah, I would just throw it on the table.
Yeah.
Great piece though, Priya.
It is a great, well,
choice.
As soon as she posted it, I'm like, it's mine, take it. Yeah. Okay, back to this. What time is it? Are we running out of time?
Marilyn said, I like the Ashes piece of clothing. Judy said, that's super cute.
Yeah.
And Lisa said, I lied. I don't have a 44-inch bust. I have a 46-inch bust.
Okay.
So it does. It does fit.
And here is, and I wear a 38C, and this one is also sculptural tunic dress. So, so I'm a 38C and there's lots of room under here for me. There's also lots of room here in the arms, but because it's silk, it doesn't look boxy. We have had some customers who said now that we've moved to this bigger size, it's been almost a year now, that it doesn't fit them quite as well because they're petite. And what I would recommend is just sewing through here to the pocket and tightening up this top portion a little bit from the inside. And that way you get it a little bit more fitted at the top, but it's still going to be flowy at the bottom and it doesn't interfere with the pockets. And it's a lot easier to make something smaller than to make something bigger. And then if your body does change, you can always take those stitches out.
I love this with Tarako. Like, this is a great outfit.
Yeah, the colors, I would feel like I would need a necklace that
Like
kind
a
of
different necklace,
brings
right?
that Tarako
But if
up.
you take this necklace off, like, and just look at it for what it is, it's cute with the shoes.
Yeah, it's a really vibrant look.
And I think the reason it works so well is because of the tones. It's all basically the same tones. Like, they're not super highlightery, but it is a vibrant outfit.
It reminds me of the imaging that Rhonda's been posting on the Swap and Sell. You know, fearless color blocking. Oh, I just thought of something. We're going to be getting more of the Ziska necklace, like the plain necklaces, so you can put your beads on them. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. You can add your beads to an existing magnet necklace like that.
Oh, cute.
Right?
I love it.
Why not?
Very fun. Very fun.
And another thing I was saying about the shorter necklace, like, I'm not a really big fan of the short necklaces, but if you have a magnet, a chain magnet, you can attach a chain magnet and it'll increase the length. Anything else the ladies would like to see?
No, I think they're just having fun. It's 1:42. I'm going to pull a few more pieces for you to look at when you show off that fabulous piece.
Okay.
The Raja himself.
Oh, yes. I love that one. Hasn't sold yet?
I don't know. It hasn't been pulled. And I think the ladies have pulled most of the pieces that have been ordered.
Cool. So this is a Mughal king, or possibly a Hindu king, a Raj. That's what they were called, in all of his finery. And then these could have been his courtesans or wives and courtesans. But basically it is the image of a king. Again, extraordinarily soft. Nothing like a piece that tells a story. Love it. It's beautiful. You're literally a walking portrait. Now, I don't think this is an actual person. And I can actually tell you, though, it is a Hindu prince and not a Muslim prince. Because even though he's wearing a turban-like headpiece, he has a red bindi, or like a tilak on his forehead. And that is a sign of Hinduism. So he is a Hindu king, Hindu king. So a member of the Raj, the British Raj.
That's great.
It's cute, right?
Is it a woman?
No, this is definitely a man.
Really? Because I see boobles.
No. Is it?
It's a woman.
No, come on.
Yeah, it's a woman.
It's a woman.
She has eyeliner and she's wearing a bindi.
Well, the bindi actually,
And
so
she's
she's
got
a
the
married
judas.
woman, but that is not uncommon. You're right. I do see boobles. Definite boobles.
Yeah, it's the curvature of the boobles, right?
Because it could just as easily have been a man.
Yeah, I know.
Every other feature of this could have been a male feature in that era.
They always make them look very similar.
But yes, she has boobs. So ladies,
Boobs.
she's queen.
Boobs.
She does have boobs. Her boobs are right. Mirror image there and there. So you're not wearing a man. You're wearing a woman.
A woman.
How did I not even see those? Colors are so beautiful on this. I guess I'm just not paying enough attention to the booble zone.
The booble region?
The booble region. Ooh, love that one. Ooh, Shafali put together a set for me. Now, this is interesting. So this piece on the outside is a kimono sleeved jacket, and it's a digital print, and that's digitally printed lace on the sleeve. On the other sleeve, we just see the cream and the checkerboard pattern. Down here, we almost have like a patchwork pattern that's pinks and blues and greens. And on the back, we have just a black and white stripe. And she's paired it with a top in a crepe silk that is black with little bits of beige in it. I think we did show it the other day. And let's see how it looks together. Okay, that looks great. So if you're just looking for a basic black t-shirt, there is your black t-shirt effect. It does have some beige in it, and at the sleeve we do have some hits of color in mustard, gold, like a gold mustard, and burgundy red and green and gray.
Guys, don't mind me wearing my jacket.
Is it cold?
I'm cold because I'm sitting and watching you, friend.
Oh. Well, I was so glad the windows were open. Oh, is it snowing? And now it's snowing.
Yay!
Yay! Yay! It's kind of a fun look.
I thought you'd like it.
I do. I do. So I would probably do a bit of a French tuck here. I'm tucking into my camisole. I don't
I'll
like
get that for you, Rhonda.
I don't like tucking my camisole into my pants because I find that I get really warm. So I'm just going to tuck up into the camisole, and then wear this like this. Very, very cute.
Oh, that was
very
cute, right
understated. I think that I would do that little hack where you tie these two edges together here.
I really liked these two together because the long tunic with side ties is a more traditional print.
Yes.
Whereas this jacket on top is a 90s, like more modern.
Yeah.
So it kind of shows you how the past inspires the present, even though the present was the 90s.
Yeah.
And in this day and age, that's the past in both cases. But you see that kind of reflection of how patterns are transformed into such different things. Because you see that same like chintz style pattern in the piece, especially the bottom border.
Yeah.
Like look at the very bottom, the border, the front. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true, right? It is the same sort of.
But look at the way it's been redone, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, very similar. But this is definitely 80s. That's so 80s.
Yeah.
I still can't believe the 80s. We were talking to Goat yesterday, and he was saying something about, well, that was 50 years ago. And I'm like,
well, when he came from India.
Yeah. You know, the other thing I was thinking, Goat and I have been talking a lot about the US. And correct me if I'm wrong, but hasn't the US only been its own country for about 250 years?
Yeah.
So I've been around for 50 of that. I have been around for 1/5 of the history of the United States.
Yeah.
It is a fledgling country.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I had sent you a video today.
You did.
Right?
And that's what got me talking to Goat about it. Because you were talking about, you know, the history and the cyclical influence. And, you know, we've just, because the States was there when we were born and already had quite a presence, you kind of in your head think, oh, it's always been
how
there.
Young the country
it's
is.
so young.
You forget how young North America is.
Because it's either really young or I'm like super old.
Well, we just live, like humans just have very short lifespans, right?
Yeah. Crazy though.
But if you think about it in the scope of the universe, we are literally like a millisecond.
Yeah, we're
less than that.
But it was funny because when I was talking to Goat this morning, I was like, yeah, so the States is about 250 years old. And he's barely paying attention to me. He's like, yeah. And I go, we've been around for 50 of that. And he went and paid attention. But what was the thing he didn't pay attention to this morning? Where I said something and he was like, I got no reaction whatsoever.
Oh, Priya Patel.
Priya Patel. No reaction to that. That clearly didn't matter.
He's like, well, I have to deal with Priya Patel every single day.
Country that
Come talk.
the country that I'm coming. The country that Melania is from. They have like, I guess, like this main magazine, and the cover was
it was
with, a Hitler mustache made of crude oil dripping down. And everyone says, okay, I see you.
So she's from Slovenia.
Yeah.
Slovenia's. It's a crowdfunded magazine, I believe.
Oh,
but
that makes a lot more sense.
It's basically a picture of Trump, and he's got it dripping here. So he looks like a famous Australian painter turned bad guy.
Yeah.
Or Austrian. Sorry.
Austrian. Oh, this is really pretty too. I feel very pretty in this.
I thought this was a great way to kind of show the travel.
Mm-hmm.
The travel ability of this.
So yeah, just a really simple, easy piece. And with these, I know we were showing you the Margot hack, but it's actually easier to do with this style. So let me flip it around. So if you put your head through one of the armholes and your arm through the other armhole, This is a really easy look, and you do have full use of your arm, but it's a way to take a dress and just make it more elegant.
Sorry, you have full use of your arm?
Full use of my arm.
Oh, yeah.
Full use of my arm. Whereas if it were a shrug, I'd have full use of my arm, but I'd have to really be careful that we didn't get this situation.
Yes, Christine, still good after 2.
What, 2? Okay. 2, 2, 2. So, because I was thinking, well, what if I put an elastic there, but it still droops, right? So definitely the kimono sleeve tops are easier to do this with. And you get this look.
It all depends on how much range of motion you want.
Well, the thing is, when you wear it with a shrug, it's a lot of length, and you have to really try hard to keep that length from covering your hand.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Yep, that's fine.
Can you cover me?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yep, I can do that.
Yes.
Okay. Guys, I'm about to strip down.
Oh, took my microphone off. It's over there.
Okay. Ah. Okay. I have no mic on. I'm just trying to adjust myself. All right. Let's pretend that I am wearing a top and thing that makes sense. I have not really properly figured out what sets I wanted to wear underneath, because I didn't think I was gonna do anything, but we're just gonna show off some more pieces. This one is really nice. It is a poncho, and I really liked it because it is very sheer, and I always like it as a great overlay. I thought, especially with Priya's Tarocco, it would look really nice. So I'm just gonna show off the colors. We have this really beautiful striping here that has the red, so it is that Roselia red, with the blue, with green. This appears to look like a, what is that style called? Like a block print. And there are a lot of block print saris that look like that. But yeah, it's also very sweet with the skirt. So I am just wearing that deep sky blue skirt. And what you can always do is you can make it a top. You can also tuck it in. But yeah, I really like it. Oh, there's a border. Wait, we got to adjust. We got to move this around. Oh my God. There's also this fear because I'm wearing a necklace that has a few accoutrements on it. Really sweet, really pretty. What I love about the ponchos as well is that it's just so easy to kind of throw on, and you don't really have to think about, what's going on underneath. So I have a pretty patterned tank top that I got from Belgium. And, with this on top, it just looks really great. You need a microphone, so you could just take this in front of the camera here.
Hey guys,
I'm actually going to put on a pair
question
of
for you
pants.
from Lisa. Can you tell me what actual color the owl summer linen is?
Okay, 1 second. I'm just going to put on a pair of Casbahs. Oh. How was picking the pieces, Mira?
Oh my God,
talk about that.
So beautiful. I have to say, this was one of the most tempting ones. The high-lows are just incredible. I'm a real sucker for high-lows right now. And I love the designs that we got. I really love the ones with all the faces. I'm usually the ones with the people. I find it can be a little tricky because it is such a prominent pattern. But the colors and the palettes of the shipment has just been so stunning, and they're present, but it's still subtle. We got some really incredible ones. Is that owl?
No, this is not owl. This is Roselia.
Okay,
so guys, I wear a small in the Casbahs. By Cam. So I wear a small in the Casbahs, and I really like how they fit.
Matches with the red and the
so nicely, right?
So perfectly.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, these are actually from a store that's not on the street anymore. They were doing a sale with some pieces that they still had. So what I find with the Casbahs is that they do stretch over time. When I always get them, I'm always like, oh, this is quite fitted, but then they do just loosen up a lot.
Yeah. So I've had some for 3 years now that still fit perfectly
well, right? Yeah. So let's talk a bit about Owl. Owl is warmer than Viscoscia. It's got less green in it. More pink.
It's also like there's less yellow tones that you see in the sand, like the sand. Yes,
this is
the Landon. There's more
quite the
yellow
difference,
tone.
yeah.
It's kind of, and it's much more paler. It is really warm. It's like I'd say like a pink toned sand is the best way to.
Yeah, definitely not yellow toned.
But I honestly think it works as a really great neutral because sometimes Viscoscia can be a bit too green and certain pieces can make it really green.
Can you show it with the navy beside you?
It's like a true beige.
Safe. This is, she's safe. She's safe and she's stable.
Versatile.
Yeah.
Definitely a true beige.
Yeah.
Lisa says, awesome, thanks.
No problem. Guys, let's see how long I can last while also having to pee.
Okay, it's okay, I'm back.
You're back?
Yeah, we'll take this.
Okay, and then
I can stay here.
Okay, and then I will pee.
And that means I get to try this on. Yay!
And it is almost, wait, which way's up?
Yes, so it is almost 2:00.
So if you have any questions or pieces that you really wanted to see, now's the chance to let us know.
Hey guys, guess what? News about Mira. She is going into a human resources program.
News what I was going to tell you today
is that it's a co-op.
Is that
she told me last night.
No, I was waiting because I was gonna have dinner with them today. I got in. Not only did I apply, I got into the HR co-op program.
I am so excited. You are so great with people. And you have such amazing conflict management skills and such an incredible sense of calm that you convey to others. I feel like you care so much about people that I'm really excited.
I'm excited too.
Yeah.
I'm not excited. Lisa said, congrats, thank you. And then also I was wondering, is that piece sold?
This one? You'd have to check.
So.
Can you check for me? PRG.
Can you pass me my phone? Sorry.
Yes, 8100. I still haven't found my phone.
You never know where your phone is.
Yeah, though.
I don't. You can
maybe I left it
try on the PRC 8399. Yes.
Okay. Do you want me to tell you this one? PRG 8100 cardigan.
8100 cardigan is still available. So the piece that my mom is wearing is still available, and I will pull that baby doll for you right now.
I think we were talking about this one on Friday's live, how it almost looks as if these lines are floating.
Everyone's saying congratulations. Thank you guys.
Well,
I really appreciate
proud of
it. I'm really excited, but I'm also not excited because the classes that I have to take are like finance, accounting. I'm like,
no. And, fun history. For a while there, during COVID, when Mira was at school, Mira became very panicked about education because it just didn't feel good. And she has been fighting that panic the way a very brave young woman would, because rather than just being comfortable with saying, nope, this is as good as it gets, she says, no, I will believe bigger and stronger and I will get there. And that is incredible. Because it's not easy. It is not easy to go back to school and to set goals and to put yourself back in the classroom where you feel afraid of judgment or afraid of not having perfection or all the things, and say, I'm going to overcome all this stuff and I am going to turn it into something that supports me in my life. Like, I am overcome, Mira, that you have fought your way through so much crap and just managed to find your path. Yay!
Yay! Thank you. Yeah, I'm really excited. It's so much right up the alley of like what I want to do, and I mean, it just really goes to show, like, my mom loves to say it, but everyone's on their journey. Can you actually show the baby doll beside you first?
Oh yes, which one?
That one.
Okay.
For Cheryl. Because like it was a really long journey and I had no idea where the goal was. And I just kind of kept going. But everything that I've done really led to this moment and work with it.
But yeah, and I think, not to toot Sorry Not Sorry's horn, Sorry has really helped a lot of people find direction.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my God. It's honestly so crazy to think of my journey here at Sorry Not Sorry. Because when I first came back to
She
work
was
here.
terrified.
I had just like had a lot of rough experiences, just also in my social life. So I was like really,
Yes,
it looks perfect with those
it
pants.
does.
Um, I used to have panic attacks working outside during art crawl. I
Yeah.
had to like always, I would like have to go and sit in the back.
And there were times where you had to take a minute, go downstairs and let all that emotion out.
Yeah,
And
there was
everybody here was so supportive of you. And then you just blossomed in this safe space. And I feel like we've created that safe space. Even Shafali, we've created a great safe space for her to become who she is. And
for
Rachel
too,
and for Alex, and Kim even.
And Kim, yeah.
And Kim. So
it's honestly like a lot of my growing journey was because of Sorry Not Sorry.
yeah. And even remember when you were doing the On James North and going out onto the street and doing interviews?
My confidence has really soared just being at this store because it's so much of a
community.
Being yourself is your power.
Yes.
Is really what you feel when you come to Sorry Not Sorry.
Yes, you get to be your authentic self and there's room for it.
Yeah. Jane says, I took a lot of HR courses and loved them. Really helped me as a manager.
The best as well.
Oh, great.
I'm actually like, I'm really excited because I think I'm just most excited to see as I'm doing the courses, I'm going to be like, oh, I can do this at the store. I can do this at the store.
Yeah.
And so it's just really exciting. I feel like everything's falling into place.
So we just need to keep on plugging away as we go through yet another era of crazy. But we made it through COVID. We're going to make it through this era too. It's going to be great.
I know. Whoa. Double whammy.
And then I'm going to do that little tie up high.
Have a second. Did you pass me my cell phone?
Yes.
Just throw it.
Can I hand this mic back to you? Yeah, of course.
Oh, wait. Why can't I use this? Who's going to stop me?
And who's going to stop me? Jane said, I drop a mic. Jane says, you're awesome, Mira, as the entire team. Yes, you can. Finances is about budgeting. And everyone should learn to budget.
Everyone should learn to budget.
So, I think it'll be good. I mean, there's always a little scariness going into something new, but I think that's life. Mm-hmm. Also, love that green.
I love this green
Zisco with the combination. It's nice.
So pretty. And then it brings in the yellow shoes.
And I like that the vest is the same pattern as the dress except for the one panel. That's really cool.
That is really cool. No, and it's so flowy and comfortable. I love it. And soft. Yes, because what you put against your skin is something you can control. Things you can control. Wearing silk. Yes, you can. So ladies, unless there is another question, I think that we are going to wrap it up. Thank you for joining us today. We always have so much fun with you. We love showing you the silks. We love spending time with you, and we appreciate that you choose to spend time with us. And however you participate with us, whether it's joining us on the lives or watching later or shopping if you can or spreading the word, we love that we are all part of this community together in whatever shape that takes. So thank you. Thank you for being there. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend. Bye.